All right, check. All right, check, check, check. 1, 2. 1, 2. I'll tell you why there was no sound, Jay. I got to turn my microphone on. I ain't trying to get no fucking type of coronavirus. Everything is getting shut down. Let me know. We rocking right now. Hold on. What's your problem? Cut it out. My bulldog is about to get, I swear to God, my bulldog, I'm about to give him up for adoption. I can't take him no more, man. He is obnoxious. He's selfish. He's greedy. He thinks he's running shit. I'm telling you right now, let's not play Queens, Jackson Heights, Clark. The virus is in Jackson Heights. How do I sound with the mask on? Just let me know. How do I sound with the mask on? You know? Hold on one second. Let me just adjust this little bit. Boom. That's better. That's better. I had to make a little hole in my mask so I could smoke my joint. I'm sitting here talking with the mic off and shit. I'm like, yo, how come nobody's responding? All right, anyway, good morning. Friday, the 13th of March. We are on our way to what possibly is a pandemic worldwide. There's no more basketball. There's no more hockey. Baseball has been suspended for a couple of weeks extra. How are all these fanatics? How is Melquan going to do a sports bar episode if there's no sports? Let me stop. Let me take this shit off. I can't smoke with the mask on. So I'm just waiting for them to let everybody out of jail because of the coronavirus. Laura Reds, good morning. Bill Lovis checking in with the watermelon kush. Oh, shit. My boy Mac J had some watermelon kush. He was braggadocious about it. I haven't tasted it myself. I do have a little bit of London Pound Cake 75 for those that do partake in the morning ciphers. Please light up. It is Friday, payday, haircut day. I got to go get my leg, surgery on my leg day. I'm kind of fucking nervous now. I got to go get a surgery on Friday the 13th. Kind of bothers me. Stephen Crocker, what's going on? Blue Label Multimedia, what's going on? Listen, Blue, I know we talked last night. I'm going to try again today with another 4 videos, but we keep getting blocked. It's just bullshit, Blue Label. This is bullshit. That's what I say. Hold on one second. Let me just get to something really quick, which is what I should have did before the show started. But hold on, I need to charge my phone. Let me get that going. They're suspending everything. Broadway plays suspended. Hold on. Oh, yeah, that's what it said. It said it doesn't want me to trust the computer. Hold on one second. Nino Brown, buongiorno, a salute, eh? Come stai, huh? What's poppin'? So anyway, a lot of shit going on in Italy, too. I was wondering about the prisoners in the jails this morning. I'm like, well, what happens if a CO walks into Rikers Island carrying the coronavirus? You're going to spread it to the whole island. Mills. Salute to Mills Lane of American Culture Topics. Look that up on YouTube, ACT, American Culture Topics. He said, Krishna, Shut down the sports bar. Shut down sports from Milk One. Thank you very much, Laura. It's going to be an in and out surgery, just lasering some veins out of my calves, my right calf, some superficial veins. We're going to laser them out, burn them away, and open up the blood flow for the legs so I can get some oxygenated blood all the way down to my toes. I already did my left leg. And you know the crazy thing is, the left leg feels so much different than the right leg. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, that's why I called them. I'm like, hey, man, the right leg feels like it's under way more pressure than the left leg. I need to get this surgery popping. Let's do it. So, yeah, there you go. There you go. Yes, Vic Vega, I told you. Oh, you need to do yours too. Laura Reds is a great doctor in Brooklyn. Dr. R.A.U. Dr. R.A.U. Of course, he's an Indian guy. This guy is a genius when it comes to those lasering the veins, the superficial veins, right off your legs and your thighs or whatever you need. Opens up blood flow for you, you know what I'm saying? So Dr. Rao, R-A-W. Yeah, Laura Reds, I have compression stocking. I'm going to have to take it with me to the surgery because after the surgery, I got to wear the stocking. It's a little uncomfortable because I had to do it during the summer. But right now, it's almost, it's pre-summer, so let me get it done now. And then I only got to wear the stocking for a month. And they say you don't got to wear it no more. Don Vito, I have no clue how much it costs because I'm insured. So my insurance is going to cover it. But yeah, there's a great doctor in Brooklyn, Laura. So anyway, I was thinking about the jails. What do you do if it starts spreading to the jails? How do you get these inmates medicine? How do you keep them separate? Do you take them out and put them someplace else? I don't know. But nobody's thinking about the jails. But besides that, everything is shut down. Basketball is canceled. Hockey is canceled. College basketball, March Madness, which is crazy, canceled. So, like, what are all these sports fanatics going to do? Now, me, I find it amusing because it's like almost like an experiment, right? Let's see how the people behave. Now there's no sports. People are going to go fucking crazy. But you should just stay inside your house. Go to work, come home. The kids stayed home yesterday. Vic Vegas said it's okay. You'll be quarantined at home anyway. Yeah, I'll be home for the next couple of days. Don Vito goes, in Europe, it wouldn't cost you a penny. Don Vito, that's a beautiful thing to know. Oh, that's right. I wasn't going to forget. I got a whole list of things here, Joe. I got a whole list of things. Apparently, Forrest Gump and his wife also have the coronavirus. Now, I got a bunch of shit here. Hold on. Let me just go back. And salute to everybody that's just giving workout on the thread. Who put up the picture of Uma Thurman from Pulp Fiction doing coke? Vic Vega, of course. Let's see. Okay, we have 17 cases of coronavirus confirmed in Queens, in my neighborhood of Jackson Heights. That's fucking bad. Right, we got that. Let's see what else we got. Hold on. You guys are crazy with this shit. Of course, NCAA cancels men and women's basketball tournaments. We know that. The Dow plunges 10% in one day yesterday. It was the worst day on Wall Street since the 1987 crash. 1987. Oh, this shit's going to make Trump look real bad. Major League Baseball to delay opening for 2 weeks. Too bad. And salute to JPS always with the conspiracy. There was Bill Gates was talking 10 years ago about what's going to be the destruction of the human race. And it wasn't going to be missiles or guns or bullets. It was going to be microbes, which I fucking believe it. Eventually, there's going to be a fucking strain of virus that the majority of us are not going to be able to handle. And it's a fucking scary outlook for the future. Because these cocksuckers, the 1% of the 1%, they'll go fly up into fucking space and wait for the earth to clean up and come back down. Think that shit won't happen. I think Mel Kwan got completely inebriated yesterday because he didn't think the computer was going to start working today. Yeah, Mel Kwan did. Yeah, Mel Kwan bet on me, and I bet on Mel Kwan. So let's see who catches it first. Brooklyn has the coronavirus in Park Slope. Staten Island also has their first confirmation of somebody being sick. Justice Tech Pros, good morning to you, Dominic. Hope everybody's well. Hope you're well. The family's well. Stay away from people. They got this 3-foot rule. 3-foot rule that you should apply when you're in the streets. Stay 3 feet away from every person possible. I know it sounds silly. I know it does. But I would keep my distance from everybody. 3 feet rule. 3, you walk in front of me. Don't walk next to me. Walk behind me. But yeah. Of course, we said that the NHL is suspending its season indefinitely. And there was an article that somebody put out yesterday. Just so you guys know, doing drugs such as cocaine or anything like that will not cure the coronavirus. You got people out here that are spreading the most insane rumors, okay? So this is interesting really quick. Since I'm rocking out by myself right now, don't know where the rest of the team is. Hope they're safe. Hope they're well. Grocery stores are empty. Yeah, that's what my mother's telling me yesterday. My mother's telling me, go buy toilet tissue. My mother's so funny. She just calls me up. She goes, "Hey, you better go get the toilet tissue before it is finished." And I go, "Really?" And people are telling me that they're going to Home Depot and they're going to supermarkets and they're running out of toilet tissue. This is fucking crazy. Crazy. Cali nuts, what's popping? The world should be in a lockdown. Let me tell you something. Either this is truly a virus because, again, when CJ called in on Wednesday, he asked a very interesting question. Does anybody here know anybody that has the coronavirus yet? Does anybody know anybody? Does anybody in the room have a friend of a friend that knows anybody that has the coronavirus as of yet? The answer for me is no. D. Holla goes, people still sniffing, hoping that's the cure. Brooks's school is closed for deep cleansing. Yeah, Cali Nuts goes, I don't know anyone. Laura Reds go, I don't know anyone. And that's the thing. I don't know anybody that knows anybody that has the coronavirus. I mean, usually out of 6 degrees of separation, we all know each other by the way of, I think the difference of 5 or 6 people. I forget the rule. Vic Vegas says he has a coworker that supposedly has a friend with it. All right, no problem. Kids will fight it off easy because they have fresh immune systems. Some might not have systems, but they'll be massive carriers. Keep your kids away from older people. Yeah. See, that's the thing. We could all be carrying it right now. We could all be carrying it right now. For all we know, everybody in the fucking world may be a carrier for the coronavirus. But as long as you don't display symptoms, it's okay. And we spoke about this before. This is the common flu. The only thing that's new about it is the COVID-19. The COVID-19 part is a germ or a microbe that enters your lungs and starts tearing your lungs apart. That's why elderly people who are smokers and young children with asthma, you need to be careful. Besides that, I think, what's his name in the room? He said it the best. Is it Don Vito? Yeah, Don Vito. Don Vito said most healthy kids will fight it off. Absolutely. Hold on 1 second. Let me just do this. That's done. HB2N goes, nah, my uncle got the swine flu. His body's still not the same. He was paralyzed for a year. Caught it in the Philippines. Okay. Laura says, my kids too. Shake my head. Laura, you have asthma. Yeah, I grew up with asthma. I think I grew up with what you could call allergic asthma, which then would just lead to a complete upper respiratory shutdown for about a month at a time. And I used to get sick every 3 months. That's 4 times a year. I would be sick for a month. Walking to the hospital to get adrenaline shots to open up my lungs. It was crazy. I had a crazy childhood growing up. Yeah, but Laura Reds, incredibly, do you want to know what I started taking? I used to get allergy shots, everything, allergy shots. I used to take Claritin. I started taking liquid probiotics, real liquid probiotics, the ones that have millions and millions of good bacteria in there, the good bacteria that we need. probiotics. It keeps your colon clean, and 90% of your immunity is found in your colon. If you have a poor colon, you will always find yourself catching colds or getting sick. I started taking, and I think I've been preaching this since we started the platform. Liquid probiotics. I never had to take an allergy shot again. I never had to take Claritin again. I never got asthma attacks again, because seriously, if I was still getting sick the way I was getting sick before I was taking probiotics, we would be every 3 months, we would be down for a month. We wouldn't even be able to go up. So that's how crazy it is. If you look up liquid probiotics, you will be able to find a bunch of things. You want the one with the most millions per parts. You know what I'm saying? Parts per milliliter, or however they do it. The one with the millions of microbes in there. And you drink one every day, you drink one every night. If you do have a poor diet, you're going to find yourself going to the bathroom a little bit more in the beginning, because what it does is Americans have about 3 to 4 pounds of food just lying along their tract. All right, I do too. I'm not a healthy eater. I do as well. Those that eat meat and eat unhealthy, it can lie in your digestive system. And just like dog shit attracts flies and then lets out maggots, this shit lies in your tracts and just lets out germs in your colon. And that's how you get sick. Now, we are all babies that are born with a natural probiotic system in our body. We are all born with probiotics, but we are all babies of the antibiotic generation. That's why when you go to a doctor will never give you probiotics. He'll give you antibiotics. Why? Antibiotics will kill the germ in your system, but destroy enough probiotics to make sure you get sick again, and therefore continuing going to the doctor. I've been doing ultrasound for many years. I've worked with many doctors. There are doctors that tell their patients about probiotics, and there are doctors that only tell their workers and, behind closed doors about probiotics, because they're not trying to lose business. And unfortunately in America, being a doctor means you can't cure the person. You just got to get them well enough to get sick again so they come back, HB2N says Metamucil. Shattered goes, wait a minute, who is this, Dr. Rich? Shattered, salute to you, boss. What's poppin'? Good morning. Italy is in complete lockdown. And I think yesterday there was an article that came out that nearly 200 people have died in Italy within 24 hours of the coronavirus. Like, this is, I'm like, I don't know. Do we believe these numbers? Like, what the fuck is going on? How do you get what is there's a breathing problem in Italy? Like, what's going on? 200 in an hour. It's fucking crazy. Yeah, exactly. Salute. Prayers for people all around the world that that have these clusters. I was reading an article that China actually, I guess, assumingly, they found the first patient with the coronavirus, and it goes back to November 17th of last year. So China is claiming that as of November 17th last year, the first person that had coronavirus, that's where they traced it back to. Now, I don't know how legit that is. But I have an article about that as well. So anyway, let me just really quick. Italy confirms nearly 200 people died from coronavirus in 24 hours. Let's see what it says. Nearly 200 people have died in Italy from the coronavirus in one day. The Italian Civil Protection Agency confirmed to the news agency that the country, which has the worst outbreak of COVID-19 outside of China. Does that make sense? Like, outside of China, Italy is the second hottest spot for COVID-19. Like, I just don't get it. Unless there's a bunch of people traveling from China to Italy, I don't know how that happened, but that's crazy. Okay, Justice Tech Pros, big cluster close to me in New Rochelle. Correct. A lot of self-quarantines, also 1 mile containment area. It's crazy. Joe O says, Ruckus Radio, you should go onto YouTube channel. The Minister of Wellness teaches people how to eat a healthy diet. Joe O, I absolutely can use help eating a healthy diet. Absolutely. Shadow goes, there's nothing near him yet, wherever he's at. Laura Rad goes, I don't know, man. This is crazy and scary. Yeah, it is crazy and scary. Absolutely. Absolutely. But again, what's going on here? Like, how many viruses and virus scares have we lived through already? I mean, remember that banner that we had up from Brooke Z about, I think, in the beginning of the week, where it's stating every election year there's a new virus. So what is it? Is it population control? Is it a way to keep certain minorities from not voting? Scare them. They'll believe in that shit. No, we need to stay home. I don't know. It's a perfect storm, though, if you tell me. Wall Street is dying. If you're holding stocks, you're in trouble. But then again, I don't feel sorry for the filthy rich because they're filthy rich. It doesn't matter. They survive. I was reading that the Prime Minister of Canada, his wife, is positive for coronavirus. And I thought, it was my theory, I thought that Canada would not get touched. But it did. So I don't know the numbers of what's going on in Corona, but let's see. Again, which is the worst outbreak of COVID-19 outside of China, recorded 196 deaths between Tuesday to Wednesday. That's fucking crazy. That's just retarded. And a total of 900 dead so far in Italy. Like, it just boggles the mind. Why is Italy so special? Why is it transmitting so fast? Why are people just not being able to handle this virus? Are they old people, young people? What's the average mean of ages? Like, they're not really telling you all that. They're just telling you how many people died. Was it CJ that called the other day that was talking about the movie Outbreak? And they said in the movie Outbreak, on the same date that they deployed the National Guard in New Rochelle, if I'm not mistaken, was the same date in the movie, but just not the same year. See, facts like that are fucking scary. Seriously. Because if there is an agenda, then they're already giving you warnings 10 years ahead of time that this is how it's going to go down, which is scary, which is really scary. Let's see. Right now, the epicenter, the new China, is Europe. So they're calling Europe the new China. Now, Donald Trump 2 days ago just suspended all travelers from Europe. You're not coming into the country. I would have did that 3 weeks ago. Done. The way that spread from China to Iran to Italy, it does not make sense why it would just affect these certain countries so destructively. But I would have stopped flights 3 years ago. Done. Not happening. Joe Hogo, screw the rich Ruckus. Yeah. Outbreak. Same shit. Same time. I think in Outbreak it was New Rochelle. The National Guard was deployed on March 10th, if I'm not mistaken. He goes, in the movie Outbreak, and again, somebody's going to have to, do a factoid check and see if CJ was right. But they said in the movie it was March 10th. That's crazy. Callie Nutt said 80 plus years old, 21.9%. Are you talking about the percent? Okay, there you go. So Callie, excuse me, Callie Nuts. 80 years old plus have a 21.9% of passing away. Is that what we're talking about? This was a rich people's disease first. Need to stop doing business from China. This happens all the time. Okay, right. So read what Callie Nuts wrote this way. If you're 80 years old or plus, you have a 21.9% chance of dying. And there are the rest of the numbers. So I'm assuming in Italy, it must be a lot of elderly people, okay? Also, and this is what I was thinking about this morning, because I know a couple of friends that are incarcerated, and I said, well, what happens if there's a massive outbreak in jail. That's fucking crazy. You're stuck in there. They're not really gonna let you out. But Italian inmates, and this is from Vice News. I just happened to be looking, and I was thinking, I said, holy shit. Italian inmates are looting methadone. I guess, some of them smoke meth. And setting prisons on fire in violent coronavirus protests. Aside from the methadone, I understand the protests because I happen to have had the unfortunate luck of being locked up during the last blackout. I don't know if you guys remember that last blackout on the East Coast. What was it, 2000? I don't know, 2004, 2005 maybe, right? All the rules got thrown out the window. There was no running water. There was no running toilets. There was no running air. We were hot. We were sweaty. The toilets didn't flush. And nobody on the cell block, we were told to go inside our cells and wait in our cells, and they were going to shut the door. Nobody on the cell block went inside their cells. They put their beds between the doors so the doors wouldn't close. But there was no way in hell you were going to not lock up inmates in their cells with no running air and no running water. And they were giving out like one bucket of ice cube for the whole cell block. What the fuck are you going to do with that? So you can only imagine. That was during when we had lost power. Can you imagine during a fucking disease outbreak in jail? What are you supposed to do with all the prisoners in jail? You can't just let them sit there and be fucking sick and not care. That's not how it works. No matter how badly you're fucking treated by these correctional officers, and we know how bad it gets, something needs to be done. For example, if there's a fucking outbreak in Rikers, or all the other correctional facilities in Brooklyn and Manhattan, the Brooklyn Detention Center, the Manhattan Detention Center, et cetera, you guys have to have a backup plan for these prisoners if people start fucking getting sick left and right. And it ain't going to be the prisoners' fault because they don't got no fucking movement. 99% it'll be a CO coming into work and spraying it amongst the prisoners. 2004. All right, got you. Hold on 1 second. Justice Tech Pro said all known treatments, almost more baffling than the illness itself, will be the fact that it will suddenly vanish as quickly as it arrived, attack again in 10 years, and then disappear completely. That's what I believe. I believe by April or May, we should be done with it because I think I was looking at an article, and again, we don't know how truthful this could be. All right? But I think the Chinese government said that they are at their lowest number of new cases. I think being 8 new cases only last week. Now, if that's the fucking case, and if China can start reporting lower fucking numbers dipping down like that, then maybe we can assume that the same will go for every place else, but we can't, right? You got different environments, you got different genetics, people are built differently, bloodlines are different. Some people will hold it, some people, we don't know, I don't know. But if China's coming out with numbers saying that the number of new cases are on a drastic drop, well, then that's a fucking bit of good news that the world needs to hear, being that they're the epicenter of this shit. All right, hold on 1 second. Let me just come back into the room and talk to you guys for a second. I'm up here dolo. If anybody want to call up and give me crickets, I dare you. I hang up on you. Hold on now. Read entire post. That was a prediction by Sylvia Brown back in 2013. Pretty nuts. Are we talking about predicting the coronavirus, Dominic, or was it another disease? And yeah, there was a lot of people that have predicted microbes to be the cause of the end of our species, They need to stop visitation at jail for a while to help prevent as hard as it on the family. You got to stop. You can't let nobody come in. Be it the jail, be it the border, be it the country. All movement needs to stop so you can assess numbers and see what the fuck is going on and who's what. Everybody, honestly, I don't know what the fuck the city's doing and what CDC's doing, but everybody should be able to walk into a doctor's office today and get tested today. But then again, is that a smart idea? Gathering at the fucking doctor's office. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? There needs to be a testing for this shit. The truth goes, blackout in jail must have sucked. Mike Toronto, you have no fucking clue, dude. The truth said, and hoarding law order 10998 on April 5th, 1993, with a desperate nation in the throes of the Great Depression, 1933, President Franklin D. Roosevelt signed Execution Order 6102 forbidding the hoarding. Well, the hoarding has already begun. This is going to get bad. CDC confirmed mosquitoes will be spreading the virus. Jesus. Good point, Justice Tech pros, facts, and they don't. Law Reds. If it gets into the prisons, that's a serious problem. Yep, that's what I said. Bill Clinton issued an executive order that combined a number of laws that would take effect in the event of martial law. Was declared 10998 permits the federal government to seize hoarded food supplies. Yeah. That's interesting. Because I was reading another article that said what happens if Trump invokes the Stafford Act and declares national emergency. What is the Stafford Act? The law enacted in 1988 empowers FEMA, the Federal Emergency Management Agency, to assist state and local governments during natural catastrophes, and coordinate the nation's response. FEMA, an agency within the U.S. Department of Homeland Security, controls more than $40 billion in federal funding set aside by Congress for disaster relief. FEMA could use that funding to help build medical facilities and transport patients, among other measures. So, do you think the truth? Do you think if the Stafford Act was put into place and that only the president could do, would they be in charge of distributing food and toiletries and stuff like that? Because I think right now it's a run and grab. Like everybody's running into the stores and grabbing groceries. I can't see the need for that behavior yet, but the way I guess these articles and the news is fueling the nervousness of people, I think, yeah, I may have to go out today and stack up on some shit. Hold on 1 second. Hold on. Cliff Bravo, are you there, sir?
Yes, sir. How do I sound?
You sound great, sir. Good morning to you, brother.
Good morning. Good morning.
What's poppin', Cliff Bravo?
Not much, man.
Now, Cliff Bravo, don't call and tell me you got the coronavirus because somebody bet that you would catch it. You know what I'm saying? You out there with these people. Talk to me, go ahead.
Well, that's been the whole talk about like these last couple of days. People acting about it. To be honest, the business has been okay, still a little bit better, but that's what the airport was. The airport was kind of crappy. Other than that, overall, it's been not bad.
It hasn't been bad, right?
Yeah, no, it hasn't been bad. It's been pretty good. Actually, I wanted to chime in on what you were saying before.
Go ahead.
This type of epidemic's been happening every 20, like which I mean like almost every century, like every year that lands on a 20, has been some type of outbreak.
Okay, so every year, if it ends on a 20, so you're saying once a century, there's always an outbreak.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. Yes. That. Also, the best to Europe, the only two countries exempted are the United Kingdom and Ireland.
That's right. Those are the only two countries that are allowed to travel in, correct?
Yes. Now, sir, do you know why is it?
Well, I'm just going to guess that they're islands and they're not attached to the mainland of Europe?
No.
Okay, I thought it was a geography question. Educate us, Cliff Bravo. Let's go.
Yes, because our lovely president, it's money over everything.
That's right. Wait. He has hotels there.
Exactly.
Ah, always thinking about business, huh? That piece of shit.
Yeah, I mean, like you can see when the outbreak first came out, he was
Yeah.
more worried about the stock market
Right.
than anything else.
Right. Of course. Well, because he represents a lot of rich people.
Exactly. So like
They're
I
like,
said,
get your shit together, Donald.
save our money first, please.
Well, listen, this is capital. This is capitalism, baby. So,
Yeah, it is.
can
And
you be
also,
surprised about anybody thinking about their fucking bottom line? Absolutely not. It's capitalism.
no, yeah, it's true because I mean, of course,
I mean,
at
even the
the end of the
president's
day,
a businessman. No,
yeah, exactly. But at the end of the day, money, everything costs money.
everything is money. Exactly. So
Yeah,
very
but
smart. He left Britain open and Ireland open. So he goes, hey, if you guys want to go check out my hotels, back and
exactly.
forth. Hey, you can't. I don't knock anybody for it, man. Fuck it, that's good business. Let me ask you something, Cliff. Do you think this shit is going to affect his chances of re-election with the stock market? I mean, people
Oh
are
yeah, I mean,
like, if
I don't know, I don't know if you heard about the 10% hit that the market took yesterday. Actually, I mean, they had to stop trading, right? From I think it was,
yeah, I think they halted trading twice yesterday,
yeah,
bro. Wow. If you guys got money, if anybody has some money right now, man, buy some fucking stocks. This was the same thing like when the real estate bubble blew and the stocks just crashed. Everybody was buying low and they waited. Everything will go back up again. Trust me. There will be a bottom of this shit, and you need to get in before the bottom hits, or right before it goes right back up. Now hold on one second. Blue Label asked me to check my email address. No problem, Blue. Give me 1 second. What's popping with you, Cliff Bravo?
not much. Yeah, actually, I'm still grinding because I kind of left out of the house late yesterday.
Yeah. See, I'm kind of upset because today's going to be raining all day, and it's fucking when it rains, us drivers, we cake. We make such good money in the fucking rain. It's unbelievable, and I got to go get my surgery. I can't even earn today. Cliff, I'm so
Oh,
greedy. I need to earn, Cliff. I need
no,
to
no, of
earn.
course, man. Hey, ain't nothing wrong with that because, like I said, man, everything costs money.
That's
Trust
right.
me, if nothing costs money, then nobody
Yeah,
would
who the
work.
fuck would want to work, right? All right,
No,
hold
no, I
on.
wouldn't want to work, man.
Okay, Blue Label sent me a video of Dr. Drew and Dr. Oz rip media for coronavirus panic. Urge common sense. That's what I'm telling you guys. Listen to me. It's just the flu. It's nothing else. It's COVID-19. COVID-19. Here's who has to beware. Elderly people with bad fucking lungs and young children with poor lungs. That's it. Besides that, it's a flu. You drink some chicken soup, you take some medicine, you get under the covers, and you sweat it out. That's
Yeah,
basically it.
yeah, man. You stay the fuck home. You don't go out.
Yeah, just stay home.
Exactly.
Most
Stay
people,
home.
listen. Most
Get the
people,
antibiotics in
we
you.
don't even
Yeah.
like most people, so we don't want you coming out. You understand what I'm saying? This team over here don't like nobody. Hold on. And yeah, especially you got to work if you want to smoke stuff like Pineapple Express. You know
Oh
what I'm
yeah,
saying,
Pineapple
Cliff?
Express, yeah.
Cliff, I
I know,
still got
man.
your birthday pina right here, buddy. Whenever
I
you're
know.
ready, sir, I
I
got
gotta
you.
come by. I gotta come by.
Yeah. And again, this team, Ruckus Radio Podcast, Team Ruckus, we don't like most people anyway. So we suggest you stay home. Don't come out. We don't want to see your face. Right now, I'm getting text messages saying, thank God Melquin's not on the phone today. See? We don't even like each other. There you go, Cliff Bravo. All right, so there's inmates in Italy that are robbing, I guess, wherever they store the methadone. I mean, I guess, yeah, if you're going to go
Yeah,
all out,
man.
you might
Yeah,
as well go for the drugs. But they're
yeah, man.
setting fires in the
Pajamas are
prison.
wilding out, huh?
Yeah. And
The
I was,
pajamas are wilding out.
yeah. And so it was just like, that's what I was thinking this morning because I got a couple friends that are in Rikers and some couple other places. And I said, well, what happens if there's an outbreak in jail? And I think Justice Tech Pro said it correctly. You need to stop visitation immediately. And every motherfucking CO that leaves the island, you need to make sure they're tested before they come back. Because obviously none of the people in there are moving, right? They're not really moving. They're stuck with each other. So as long as you keep it off the island, they shouldn't be spreading it against each other. But it's the people that leave the island, the doctors, the COs, the man, whoever, everybody that controls shit, the bus drivers, huh? Y'all need to get tested immediately to make sure you're not going back to the prisons. Because I tell you now, if there's an outbreak in the prisons, that's the last place the mayor, the governor, or anybody's gonna do anything about until
Oh
they
hell
fix
no,
the
yeah.
fucking streets. You understand? And they just people are people. Either you're incarcerated or not. It does not fucking matter. You're supposed to be protected the same way. That's it.
Of course.
So hopefully. Hold on. Why is Okay, hold on. Okay, cool, no problem. All right, so yeah, that was another article with the convicts going ape shit, which I assume that they would be doing that in all prisons. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Give me 1 second while I just get. I gotta get the charger. Hold on. Bum, 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 bum. All right, boom. I hope Mac Che and Melquan. I hope everybody's okay.
Yeah, pretty sure they're right. You probably got it a late start.
Yeah, right,
That
right,
happens.
right, right. So salute to
Happens.
Cliff Bravo calling in, and I like that. I like to see
Yeah,
that.
no problem. I figure since I'm up and I made my last trip, I'm on my way home.
Where are you still? Are you in Queens? Where are you? Where you?
Well, actually, I was in Floral Park now. Actually, I'm entering Queens now. I'm actually very close to my house.
Nice,
Yeah,
nice. Yeah, so I'm gonna be down for the whole day, Cliff. Probably down for today, tomorrow, the weekend. So
yeah,
I'm
I know,
down.
man. Well, but hopefully your surgery. I mean, I know your surgery is going to go well. So,
Oh yeah, yeah.
that,
10 minutes in and out, in
that
and out.
it's better to you take care of it now than later.
Yeah, and the emergency and the insurance are such cocksuckers. They're like, we only gonna approve it for March 13th through March 13th. They don't even give you like 2 to 3 days to pick a day in between. They're
They
like,
give
nope,
you a date.
March 13th through March 13th. It's good
Okay.
today and it expires today. I'm like, wow. So I have to
So
go today. I have
anyway,
no choice. Yeah.
yeah, of course, definitely.
All right, here's another article that I was reading, and it says the Chinese officials pushes conspiracy theory U.S. spread the virus. So, a Chinese foreign ministry official pushed a conspiracy theory the U.S. Army may have had a role in spreading the virus, highlighting growing tensions between the world's biggest economies as both governments seek to deflect blame for the outbreak.
Yeah.
That's
So
funny. So now
basically,
they're blaming us. How do we
yeah.
do it?
Well, yeah. I don't know, man. To be honest with you, man. I mean, I love my country and everything, but I know this country is very shady as well. So who knows who's telling
The
the
greatest,
truth?
shadiest country in the world. Wouldn't you say it's the greatest, but yet
Shady.
shadiest country
Yeah.
in the world? I mean, you
Yeah.
can. There is no country that's better than America. I don't give
No,
a
of course,
fuck
I'm
where
saying,
you come from.
I'm saying, but like, you know, America plays dirty too. That's all.
Oh,
That's
very, 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 very. It is. So you got to be smart enough. You got to be smart
yeah,
enough.
exactly. Yeah. So, that's basically what's happening between China and the U.S. right now. About the
Shattered,
same
yeah,
thing it is.
shattered. I don't know. I would not be. Yeah, well, maybe not the shadiest government because you have other totalitarian governments where you're not allowed to read fucking books or shit like that. I get you. I get you. So maybe not the shadiest,
No,
but
I mean, like, I
Jesus,
mean,
of
as long as
our
like,
hands are dirty though.
yeah, exactly. Like, I mean, there's shit that that we have to do, and probably that's not brought into the public, so we could enjoy our freedom, as they say.
You know what I'm saying? And I think my father used to say that every time. He goes, "This is the greatest, worst country in the world," and I think it's great for people like my father, who came in the late '60s, early '70s. My father came here on a scholarship. He was cleaning bathrooms at the Stevens Institute of Technology in New Jersey, and bought a candy store, and from one candy store made about 25 candy stores all over the five boroughs. Well, not the
Yeah,
five
man.
boroughs. I would say the three
Exactly.
boroughs: Manhattan, Queens, and Brooklyn. And
Dope, dope.
you know what I'm saying? And he used to say to us, "This is the greatest country in the world, but this is the worst country in the world." And I think that's why my father was so strict on me because he didn't. he was not an American living in America, and he saw the American culture. And the American culture is really about freedom, if you think about it. So
Yeah, free to do anything. It's
you're
kind of
free.
like
Yeah,
it's kind of like what was that movie? The one when the kids get stranded on an island and they just run amok and they have like their own, you know, they got the freedom, but then they do what they want to do, and they at the end they kind of like kind of started killing each other. Was the Lord of the
yeah.
Flies?
Lord of the Flies. Lord of the Flies.
Yeah, Lord of the Flies. Yeah.
Yeah, I
So
mean
basically,
that was a great book. We had to read that in high school and shit. I remember that book. It was
yeah, I
crazy.
remember. Yeah. That's
And I
basically
think, and I
what the
think,
U.S. is.
right, and I think that was my father's biggest fear because I would ask him for freedom, and he was so afraid to give it to me that the only thing he knew how to do was be a strict father. So I mean, it is what it is. But I would have to, I think, after 21 years of growing up in New York City in America, I would have to say greatest country in the world.
Oh, of course, man.
But it is one of the worst. I would have to say one of the worst governments because of course of the injustice, of course of the
Oh,
I,
the greed,
the
the
greediness, the
greed.
corruption. I mean, come on. Remember, there was a real estate bubble that burst, and good people, lost their homes. There was
Yep.
nobody that came for these people to give them homes, to help them find homes, but they gave bonuses. They gave bonuses out on Wall Street after they got bailed out.
Yeah, of course.
I mean,
That's
I mean, the
that's what it is.
injustice is so apparent in your eyes. It's not even funny. And why most of us are blessed enough to have something. Because think about it, at the end of the day, the name of the game in America is self-preservation. I don't care what anybody fucking tells you. The bottom line is I need to make sure I can take care of me and my own first. And that's how it is. When shit hits the fan, everybody goes back into that mode of you need to survive. This is one of the greatest countries to survive in because if you have intelligence, if you have a gift, if you have a knack, you can make a little something out of yourself in this country. You may not be filthy rich, but you could survive. And if you're going to survive in this country. You go to other countries, they don't have clean water. They don't have clean running water. Are you kidding me? They don't got fucking roads. Hold on one second. The one and only from Hollywood, Florida, Clark on the check-in. What's popping?
What's cooking, man? In times of fear and confusion
There's
and
Superman.
people being scared, scared and confused, you've got Hollywood Clark on the check-in from Hollywood, Florida.
What's going
What
on,
is
Clark?
up,
Give
man?
us a
What up, Clark?
coronavirus free report. I like to say coronavirus freestyle
All right, here we
report. There you
go.
go.
The shit is fucking in the fan. My corona.
Yo, Cliff, do you see
My
what we have to
corona.
fucking deal with in the mornings, man? I mean, this is not right, Clark. This is not right.
Listen,
Clark,
I'm just trying to.
Since you're about all things entertainment, can you give us a clue of how this coronavirus is affecting TV shows and movie schedules in Hollywood, sir?
Yeah. Well, first, let me just say,
Say yeah.
I fuck around, but obviously this is a serious, pandemic that's sweeping the world, and so I just want to make sure I'm just creating a little levity here, but I definitely know the seriousness and there are people dying, and so I just want to make sure y'all know I'm just trying to, make you guys feel a little bit less stressful in your travels today. So that's why I'd be joking around and acting like a fucking maniac. But anyway,
Right. Act like a maniac, buddy.
but listen. Is Cliff on?
Cliff Bravo
Yes,
is here.
sir.
Yes, sir.
I'm very
I got a question for you, my brother. Are you finding that you're getting higher rates and jobs because other drivers are afraid to be out there?
Yes, sir. That's
Nice.
exactly what we're telling
Nice.
Rick about.
Really? Okay, yeah. I was thinking the same thing because it's got to be a situation where people are just
People scare easy. That's what it is. So
right. And then I'm thinking to myself that, in a situation like you're still out there on the streets, trying to make that cheddar. But like
of course,
what I'm
definitely.
saying is people still need to be driven to places. I'm sure they have, people have parents that they need to take care of. People have, there's just still situations where people got to go out there in the streets. It ain't ghost town city, but the media will have you believe there it is. Is that a right assessment? Considering you're right at ground zero.
Yes, definitely it is. It is right. But I think it's more of like a scare tactic.
Right.
A lot of people are going to be confusing this with the common flu, so it's only a matter of time now when people are going to start going crazy if they start getting sick. And, oh my God, I got it, and then
Right. Yeah. No, I agree with you. And what's interesting too, this is prime allergy season.
Facts.
So
exactly.
was that Rich?
Facts. It is allergy season.
Yeah,
It's about to,
absolutely. So
and with the warm winter, it's going to even hit
right.
harder.
Harder, exactly.
Right. So there's a lot. Listen, there's a ton of shit going on. But let me just say, from a Hollywood standpoint, thank you for that report, Bravo. But listen. Um, this is gonna be something that reverberates throughout the freaking industry in Hollywood.
Reverberates.
Because, thank you, I
Yes, sir.
appreciate that.
No problem.
That I do appreciate because I was really that got me tongue tied. But
Yeah, it happens to everybody. It was just certain words. I couldn't say catastrophe like 20 minutes ago. I couldn't say catastrophe.
right,
So, yeah.
right. But what we have here is a shuffling of major motion picture releases. I'll give you names because I know you guys will know this. The Fast and Furious 9 delayed 1 year.
1 year delay.
Yep, it's now scheduled to come out in April of 2021. The Quiet, and let me explain. This was coming out this is not a film that was coming out later in the year. It was coming out in a few weeks, bro. Quiet Place 2 was scheduled to be released next week. I was scheduled to go to a screening
That's right.
of A Quiet Place 2, and
Delayed.
they canceled it, delayed. I'm hearing sources in Hollywood that it's looking at fall of this year. 007 was ready to be released next month, delayed until Thanksgiving.
Yep.
Mulan was scheduled to be released in 2 weeks, delayed.
Right.
I mean, and here's the crazy part. We do have a lot of content out there. Obviously, at the advent of digital and all these different like Netflix and Disney Plus and this and that, we have an influx of the ability to watch things. Not like before when we're at the mercy of just like HBO, Showtime, Cinemax, things like that. But bro, everything is at a grinding halt. Millions and billions of dollars are being lost because of this. So from a financial point of view, Hollywood is taking a big hit. And here's the crazy part. Like if you're expecting to see a movie, right, that comes out this year or whatever, now you're waiting another year, and then that delays movies that were going to be released soon too. So it's just going to be like you'll be watching a film next year that probably in 2 years from now that was going to be released today. You know what I mean? So there's a lot going on from Hollywood in regards to that. But listen, at the end of the day, it's Hollywood. They're going to make that money no matter what, hand over
Exactly.
fist.
But of course,
you know what I'm saying? So, but let me explain something. Movies like, and I'm just going to unpeel this onion for just a moment, and then I'll move on. Movies that rely on the foreign market, most movies do, especially the Fast and the Furious films. In China alone, the Fast and the Furious films have made over $2 billion. You heard that right. $2 billion.
That's
They
all the
eat up
movies
Fast and the
combined?
No, I'm just talking about starting when the China market was started, and I'm just talking about China.
Right.
You hear me? Just China. The last one alone made $500 million, just one movie, okay, in China. So it's a big market. Now, the way China does it, you're gonna laugh on this. So you would think, man, $500 million, right? The last one made. So check this out. I'm gonna do a little math for you guys in China, just to show you how gangster China is. $500 million. Okay, let's do the math here. How much do you think the people that created the Fast and the Furious get out of that $500 million?
Yo, what's going on?
Hey, what's cooking? How much do you think they're gonna get?
Who's this? Is this the other
Big T, yo,
Bravo?
Big T, Rich, what's going
Oh
on, man?
shit, Tyrone Bravo, what's popping? Good
Salute,
morning.
salute. How's everything,
Yeah,
man? How's everything?
I'm doing good. I'm actually doing even way better that you interrupted Clark in his
Yeah,
talk
I knew you were gonna
so
say that.
rudely.
Jerk.
I thought that was fascinating.
Jerk.
Thank you very much.
Anyway, they only get 25% of the box office in China, but still, because there's so many people in China, the most populous in the entire world, that a movie that makes 500 million, they still get over 100 million in profit. So you know, you got to take your devil, you got to eat your coffee with your devil, or whatever that topic is. Anyway,
Right.
so just moving right along.
Yeah.
So a lot of shit going on. I'm gonna tell you a few things though. As the people that are over 50 have to be very worried.
Yes,
Okay?
we know this.
And
Next.
Yeah, absolutely. There's another thing I want to point out.
Yes.
You can still be. There has been no worldwide deaths of any children from this disease.
That's great news.
Okay, so yeah, just want to point that out.
Yeah.
The median age is between 70 and like 85 that have died from this virus.
Yeah, see, that's where I worry about my mom. See,
Right,
that's where I tell my mom, listen,
Absolutely.
just stay home.
Yeah.
I'll pay you to stay home. Stay home.
You have to. So you know the age bracket, and let me explain why. It's because and people that are have low immune systems and they have respiratory distress. This is like, imagine the flu where you're not shitting and vomiting, but you're just getting ravaged by your lungs. That's what this is. You take away the shitting and the vomiting, and then this is what the coronavirus is. It just ravages your lungs.
Right. That's the
breathe.
COVID-19 part. That's it.
Correct.
The COVID-19 is the new part of this flu. That's what's getting everybody.
Correct.
Right.
Now,
yeah.
What is the issue? Okay, and let me explain this because this is important.
Yeah, I don't think
Is that,
India
let's
has more of
say,
a population.
If millions are hospitalized, what happens to the people that are injured or have a car accident and the hospitals are completely overrun? This is where the problem happens. They will be what they call collateral fallout.
Well, no,
okay?
This is when the Federal Emergency Management Association steps in, FEMA, and they may have to use that fucking $50 billion reserve they have set aside for emergencies and start building hospitals like China did. China was building fucking 1,000.
Listen, yeah, that fall down in 2 weeks.
That wasn't a hospital. That was a fucking hotel, I think.
No, it wasn't. It was a hospital
Yeah?
that they built 2 weeks
think
prior.
so?
Get your facts straight. Yeah.
Wow. I mean,
Yeah.
hey, salute to Tyrone Bravo for, again, interrupting Clark while I was talking.
No problem. But listen, just want to point that out. I got to run, but I'm
All
going
right,
to come back in the tail. Listen,
right.
I'm going to come back in the tail end.
All right.
Of
well, the show's
the
over
show.
at 10:30, so try to make it back, all right?
We'll talk to you. Bye.
All right, salute. All right. Clark starts talking so much, Cliff, I forgot what the fuck we were talking about. All right, hold on. Go ahead.
Clark did his thing. It was very informative.
Yeah, for what I was reading is that Hollywood is going to feel the effects of this coronavirus shutdown for years to come. So, I mean, I don't know if they're just being I think a lot of people are overdoing it, man. Now, I agree on canceling basketball. I agree on canceling the college basketball, hockey, postponing baseball, because you can't have mass gatherings right now. You can't.
Exactly.
You got to wait for the numbers to start dropping in order. Right now, in America, the numbers are still rising. Let me see some. As of yesterday, the number in the U.S. is 1,663 people.
Yeah. And the thing is, see, those numbers are going to keep on rising, but you got to also take in effect. I mean, in account that a lot of those are just going to be the common flu. You understand?
Right.
And then you're going to see a correction. Like, yeah, out of, like, say, 5,000 cases, actually maybe a quarter of that was the actual COVID-19. The other one was just a severe case of the flu.
Did you read about that? Did you read about the Jazz player Rudy Gobert, the center? He was the first one. He was the one that came out with the virus before the NBA shut everything down. So Rudy Gobert is in the locker room giving out a fucking, I guess, talking to the reporters, and he starts
Yes.
touching everybody's fucking microphone on purpose.
Mm.
He starts touching everybody's microphone and leaves the fucking and walks away laughing. I don't think that's funny. I'm surprised he
that's
didn't get in
kinda like
trouble
a
for
dick
that
move.
shit.
Yeah, that was kind of like a dick move. Man,
Yeah,
for
that was
sure.
a dick move, man. You just if you got it, that means they may all have it now. That's some crazy shit. But I agree on shutting shit down. Now, how long is it going to be shut down for? Who knows? The numbers are still going up, right? Now, there was a conversation about capitalism in the chat room. I just want to say one thing. Growing up, I thought capitalism was the problem. I really did. And capitalism is not the problem. What the problem is fucking greed. And unfortunately, it is the richest of the rich that are getting the laws passed. And that's the fucking problem because most rich people rather see poor people stay poor. They don't want other people to be rich. I don't know. Greed. There's nothing wrong with capitalism because if you have a fucking gift, if you have a knack, if you have a fucking brain or a idea, who are you to tell me I can't make as much as I want on my idea, on my product, on my talent? There's no, you understand what I'm saying? But at the same token, greed is the reason why, most people think capitalism doesn't work. I can't think of a fair
Exactly. Yes,
system.
the greed is the
It's
people
the
that take
fucking
advantage.
greed. It's the bankers.
Yeah,
See,
take advantage.
if you just change the system a little bit, you can still incorporate capitalism, but just take away the power from the filthy, filthy rich because they make it so that poor people can never get rich. You understand what I'm saying? It's too difficult because you have taxes on top of taxes on top of taxes.
Exactly.
But you
on top
could
of
tax
taxes.
you could tax the billionaires; they'll still be billionaires. So at least change the rules a little bit so people that are poor can make it to middle class. People that are middle class can make it to the upper class. You shouldn't stop people from wanting to come up. And it's the middle class community of this country. Our blood oils this machine. Because rich people don't work, and poor people, they may not work either. They may sit home and get benefits all day. It's the middle class that work and pay taxes that keep the rich and the poor from dying. That has always been my philosophy. But capitalism is wonderful because if you work hard enough and if you're smart enough and if you have maybe you have a talent, you should be able to make as much as you can on it. There should not be a cap on that. But at the same time, the rules need to be adjusted to allow other people, because if you tax the shit out of them, they can't save. If they can't save, they can't make it out of where they are right now. People with less money should at least have the benefits of saving money. Now you gotta work. You can't just sit home all day like bum nobodies and smoke and drink fucking beer all day and beg people for haircut money. I know people like that. You should be ashamed of yourself. You should work. Everybody should work. Capitalism is not a bad thing. It's the fucking greed. And that is something that we were born with. Greed. Even before money even existed, man was still greedy. It's something that we need to work out within ourselves. Hold on. Let's see what's going on. Seriously, Hollywood sucks. Hasn't been a good flick in years. It's so hard to make Shattered happy sometimes. It's funny. Sanjuro, what's poppin'? Good to see you, sir. I hope you got some smoke. Shatter said, fact and socialism is the government taking over everything. Yeah, we can't keep the government. The government can't, no. He can't be allowed to make the rules and break the rules at the same fucking time. You guys change the rules to benefit yourselves. You allow such thing as lobbyists from multi-trillion-dollar companies to come and throw money at you guys. How do you got a rule like that? If I was in the streets and Cliff Bravo in the streets and we're running numbers, we go to jail. But you could sell lotto tickets all fucking day. How does that work? You guys got the idea of the lotto from the dudes that were running numbers in every fucking town, in every city. The government came in and said, no, that's illegal. Now we do the numbers. So how do you expect poor people to ever have some if you keep changing the fucking rule? That's what needs to change, not the idea of capitalism. It's the people that are in fucking charge are so fucking greedy, they need to tone that shit down a little bit. You fuckers have everything anyway. The fuck? Let somebody else earn and be able to make something with their earnings instead of just having to pay taxes and taxes and taxes and taxes and taxes. That's how you fuckers are fucking up the rules. A bank is allowed to lend money that it doesn't have at 80% interest. Do you understand that? If a bank can lend money that it doesn't even have on its books and collect 80% of money that doesn't even exist, it fucks the game up for everybody. Rules like that need to change. I think it's called fractional marginal banking or fractional banking or something like that. I learned a long time ago. I said that's how these cocksuckers have all the money in the world. The banks run the world. Don't get it twisted. It's the banks. It's the banks. Mike Toronto says the devil runs the world, bro. We pray for mercy. Okay. Ruckus Radio, the Industrial Revolution crippled people because at one time people were able to make money on their own. The days of the Industrial Revolution are floating away. Yeah, free trade, you know? There was a time where you could go to somebody and say, I'll give you a bunch of wood and you give me a bunch of shit that I need. The government came in and said, nah, we can't have that because we want to make our money on that. See, the government is nothing. In this country, the government is a gang. Don't get it twisted. That's why I say this is the best country in the fucking world. But it's run by a gang of very greedy people. They run shit. They can change the rules, right? All right, now, we're going to create a law called RICO. Now everybody can go to jail. If you have that type of power, the game is never going to be fair. Okay? The game is the game. That means you win or you lose. That's up to chance. But you can't set the rules up so only certain people win and everybody else loses. That's why this country's the worst government. These fuckers will let people lose their homes and then bail out Wall Street. Why the fuck would you bail out Wall Street? Why wouldn't you bail out these people and give them their homes? If you give them homes, they'd have money. If they have money, they'll start circulating into the fucking economy. But no, you bail out people that are already rich? Because what? They said if you don't bail us out, we'll topple your fucking economy? It's crazy. World Bank is the boss. Facts, Mike.
Yeah, Richmond. That's not bullshit, man.
The federal crime family. You mean? Yeah, the federal crime family. You got damn right, Trill. You said it beautifully. The federal crime family, classic corporation, poppin'. Salute to you. Yeah. The Fed Reserve and the Board of Feds, they are the cartel that runs everything. It's the banks. So you got to put your money everywhere, right? Even if you're Donald Trump or you're the head of a fucking Mexican cartel. Where does your money go? Goes to banks. Has to. You're just not digging holes. And these banks run shit. That's power. If a bank can lend out money that they don't have at 80% interest, imagine what else they can do. They run shit. You got to do. I think there's a great video. I forgot the name of it. I forgot what it was called, but it'll come to me. Right, but our money's in the banks, banking cartels. Facts. All right, so what else? What else is going on here? Let me see. Give me 1 second. Almost ready to get out of here. So got to go get my hair cut, and then I got to get to Brooklyn for the surgery. But let's see. I know I had a couple of other things. Let me see something out of Brazil. There's El Salvador is coronavirus free as of yesterday. They're still coronavirus free, and they're banning all foreign travelers. That's right. Let's see what else. Of course, we discussed Tom Hanks. Say he and his wife Rita Wilson tested positive in coronavirus. I think they were in Australia or something. I'm not sure. Let's see. What else? Jamaria sent a whole bunch of shit. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know. Besides that, there was an article coming out of Brazil. I think I shared this with with shattered yesterday. Brazilian gangs emerge as major cocaine exporters, flooding Europe with the white powder. And why I say that is because they are connected to Ndrangheta, and we do Ndrangheta stories that we put up on the mob stories. And you got to understand that these mafias in Italy are tied into cartels of South America. And they are doing some major business. And I think there's one gang called the PCC. I forgot, what does the PCC stand for? Shattered. You said it yesterday. The Primero Commando, some shit like that. But years of rooting out drugs at the Brazilian seaport of Santos have given Customs Inspector Oswaldo Diaz a good nose for suspicious cargo. At one certain stop, he found 158 kilos of coke, 350 pounds, that were destined for Belgium, the Belgian port of Antwerp. So the Ndrangheta, they are doing some heavy business with these South American cartels, these Mexican cartels, Colombian cartels, Peru. They are fucking moving coke heavy. And why I'm bringing this up, because it ties in to the articles that we put up for the Calabrian Mafia. And they are the most powerful mafia that's coming out of Italy right now. So another interesting story about Brazilian gangs. Brazilian gangs are now the integral players feeding Europe's cocaine market, valued at about 10 billion euros a year. They are moving 10 billion euros of product out right through the ports of Brazil. I'll wait. Cliff Bravo, salute to you. Thank you for calling. I'll wait for Shatter to put up the name, the PCC. I forgot who they stand for, what it stands for, but PCC is the ones that are running the ports. And if you're trying to move product out of those ports, you deal with the PCC. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of interesting stories. So look out for all of that coming on More Mob Stories, Season 2. I can't say the word sometimes. I go back to the old pronunciation. I feel you, Cliff, and Ndrangheta. But the first way I said it is correct. I swear to God, I drive around saying the word 100 times a day to get it right into memory, and I still forget it. Oh, shit, Pasquale, what's popping? Mike Toronto goes, I'm half Portuguese, part Italian, part Brazilian. That's what I'm talking about, Mike. That's what I said. When I go to Brazil, I'm going Mike. Yeah, there you go. Primero Capital, the Primero Capital Command. That's who runs the ports of Brazil. So we got some good, interesting articles coming out. I think I'm going to take it easy for the weekend after the surgery, so I'll just be posted up. Try to put up at least 2 stories a day, because if you flood the YouTube, then not all the alerts go out. You know what I'm saying? And I'm definitely going to finish the Cherry Hill Gambinos Part 6, the final chapter, from the button guys at www.thenewyorkmafia.com. Great fucking articles, man. Great articles. Yeah, Mike, I swear to God, I said 2 places I would never go on earth unless I had, an entourage, of people that have been there. That's Mexico and Brazil. I'm not fucking around. If I'm not going there with the right people, I'm not fucking around. And don't forget, the weekend's coming up, so if you got nothing to do and you want to binge watch some TV, if you got Prime Video or if you got a third-party app to access all TV shows, 000, based on the book by Robert Saviano, 000, is on Amazon Prime right now. And it is a story of the Ndrangheta dealing with Mexican cartels. It's fucking crazy. Do you understand what I'm telling you? You got mafiosos sitting down with cartel members deciding the future of the world. This book is so fucking intense, I swear to God. If you have not read the book or audiobook, however you do, 000 Robert Saviano. If you are into this shit the way I am into it, yo, it is some good fucking reading, and there's a lot of good information. And when I'm done with the book, we'll have a whole 0 series putting out, just breaking down the book. It's fucking incredible shit. So yeah, I hopefully you guys watch it. What else? What else is going on in the world? I just rock with you guys in the room. Hilko Bossman says good series, well written. Also the Frances one, absolutely. Or the first. Oh, okay. Primero Comando. That's the one. Primero Comando da Capital, which I guess the first capital command, I guess, or first command of the capital PCC, right? The drug trade is more honest than the banking cartel. That's right. That's right. Oh, okay. Salute to Oh, okay. That's my no limit soldier boy that I was telling you guys about the other day. Oh, okay. Yo, oh, okay. You're going to have to call him when Mac J is on the air. Mac J didn't call in today. But he's a no limit soldier just like you are. And I want you guys to talk about some no limit stories. I told you that this is my best friend from Queens. They wasn't playing No Limit like that. He had every album. My man was trying to my man Endrangeta. I was watching some Endrangeta videos on YouTube, and that's how everybody says Endrangeta. They say Endrangeta. So I'm assuming Endrangeta is the right way to say it, but Endrangeta, you guys get the drift. A very powerful fucking unit coming out of Calabria, Italy. It's crazy. Kind of trying to be like The Wire with the acting. Oh, started the Wu series. Oh, you don't know if you like the Wu-Tang Clan series. Okay, I haven't watched it yet. Sanjuro Yojimbo. Sanjuro Yojimbo. If Andragata takes hits, that'll give Siciliano, La Cosa Nostra, and Neapolitan Mafia to pick up the slack. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. But right now, the Andragata is running things. Let's see. Shadow goes, nobody's taking a hit. Shattered is so fucking funny to me, man. You're a trip, bro. I remember your No Limit Soldier friend. Yeah, Mike Taranto. Mike Taranto. That's my No Limit Soldier friend. Oh, okay. Because when we sometimes we be talking, he'd be like, oh, okay. Oh, okay. But I hear you. Oh, listen, Mister. Oh, okay. I'm gonna be calling you in a little while. I'm gonna be activating that DoorDash card, so I'm gonna need that pin code they send you. Oh, okay. Right? So what else? What else are we rapping about? We got about 14 minutes left. You know what I'm saying? That's it. Salute to Clark. Oh, okay. Salute to Clark calling in. Thank you, sir. I don't know if he's gonna call back at the end like he said, but if he does, we'll get to hear him, Mister Living Run On. Never stopped. Doesn't even breathe to stop talking. Shinjiro said, Shatter, didn't you say Interpol is going hard after Andragata this year? You're damn right, Shinjiro, they are. Pasquale, Big Rich, did you reach out to Ron Atkins from Blue Label for me? I think Ron Atkins is in the room right now. Ron Atkins, if you're listening, Blue Label, Pasquale reached out to me to connect you guys, so I'm going to be sending you his number today. Pasquale, sorry, I did not reach out to Ron about that particular subject matter, but I will now. Thank you for reminding me. And if he's not listening to the show, I will just text him your phone number, okay? So expect a phone call from I think it's a 7-something area code. All right, he lives upstate. I don't want to give all the man's information away. But Pasquale, how are you and Gary doing, bro? Everything good? Hope everything's well with you and the family. It's not easy, but we know time and every day that goes by gets a little better. What's going on with that tenant situation? My boy, oh, okay. Remember what I told you? We used to fuck up the tenants' cars if they didn't pay rent. So my tenant was getting his car fucked up because he didn't want to pay rent. So he goes, okay, because he kept parking it on the block. So he goes, let me park it on another block. And he parks it in front of OOK's house. And OOK calls me, he goes, guess what I'm looking right now? He goes, I go, what? He goes, your tenant's car. I go, yo, fuck that shit up. He goes, oh, okay. What else, right? I think winter's officially over after that. It's supposed to be like 65 degrees. Mills Lane, salute to your donation. Mills Lane, the boss of American Culture Topics. 4 shows in 5 days during a pandemic, huh? Yeah, Mills, and I'm still fucking tight. We couldn't go live yesterday, but I had a problem with the fucking system again. And here's what I did. Here's the stupidity of me. I'm trying to put up independent spotlight for Ron Blue Label Media the night before last, and the Wirecast asked me, which I've never seen this pop up before, but it said, we would like to access your download folder. Do you want to let us access it? And then it says allow or never allow. I don't know what possessed me to press allow, because I guess I'm the kid that if you say don't push the button, I push the button. I don't know what got into me, but I pressed allowed, and then the next morning the fucking Wirecast stopped talking to YouTube, and it took Kiana like what fucking Jesus 4 hours from her computer getting onto my computer through her computer, which I think is fucking still that shit boggles my mind when somebody can just get into your computer. Scary thought. Be careful what you keep on your computer. But she got in and she finally fixed it. And she goes, "Yeah, next time they ask you something, just say no. Don't allow it." I don't know what would put. And I just sat there and I go, Jesus, what do I press? Because I couldn't. You have to press something in order to move forward. So I figured the Wirecast folder was in the download folder. So I figured, all right, maybe he just wants to access something from its folder. I pressed yes. The next morning, fucking system down again. So I said, what the fuck? And yesterday I was ready to just dump Wirecast. I'm telling fucking Shadow, I'm like, fuck this. I'm telling Mac J, I'm telling Shadow, I'm like, yo, fuck this. I said, fuck the Wirecast. We lose the banners. We just go camera, mixer, computer, microphone, me. That's it. Fuck it. Fuck it. We could still call, people could still call in, but no banners. And no banners and shit like that. But I think the banners is everything, right? When we could play videos and pay banners, you can't do that off the YouTube screen. It's only camera and microphone. Mills Lanes knows. So it's like with this app, we could do this, and that, and the third. But I was ready to quit that shit. Sanjaro goes, you always saying Interpol was coming hard for Andragata this year. Yeah, they are. They are. We would like to access your bank account. Should I lend you that to my bank? Right. Oh, okay. That's funny. You should do a story on Chicago's first Alderman Fred Roti, and Pat Marcy. First Ward Secretary outfit. All right, Sanjuro. You got it. Shattered takes note of all that shit. Vic Vega says, did you check out the caffeine, the caffeine site? I'm not sure what you mean, Vic Vega. Give me 1 second. Did you text it to me, Vic? Ukulele Stoner 1992. I'm gonna say I would say that they probably share it. I don't know. Leonardo Rizzato, Underbosses, Solocito, I don't know. Pretty sure Shattered will give you a good answer, though. Excuse me. Sorry for blowing into the microphone. All right, let me check something out here really quick. So we will definitely be back, hopefully Monday morning. I will rush through the weekend. Get my surgery at 3. Should be out of surgery by 4, and should be home resting. Yeah, Blue Label, right. So Pasquale, he'll be calling from a 716 number. Blue Label, I will hook you up with Pasquale's number right after the show. Ta-da-doo, ta-da-dee. Yeah, no problem. Ukulele. I like that. Ukulele Stoner. Am I saying it right? Yeah, I think so, right? It's a great question. See, that's why I love this shit. That's why I tell Shattered, this shit is too dope because the stories never fucking end. You could talk about America, you talk about Italy, you talk about Canada, you talk about Australia, you talk about Brazil, you talk about the cartels. Everything is fucking connected. As long as I'm here, the story should never fucking end. This is the beauty of it. And I got so much shit to watch and catch up. But right now I'm stuck on 000. I was trying to get my man on it yesterday, my boy Rob. I was asking him if he watched Narcos, but he didn't fucking watch Narcos. Oh, okay. Can you believe Rob hasn't fucking watched Narcos yet? You got it. You got it. Thank you, Ukulele Stoner. Salute. Pasquale, no problem. Hilco Bossman says, yo, what's up, D Holla? Hold on 1 second. Hold on. Pasquale, what's poppin'?
What's up, bro? Hell, I lost my voice screaming at that fucking cunt in the back.
Oh yeah, the tenant. Really quick, we got about 6 minutes. We got about 6 minutes left. Tell us a story. Tell us a story.
No, I just wrote that the Melders, they were supposed to be sentenced today. It was canceled, postponed.
The sentencing was today. For who?
For all of them.
For all of them.
Postponed.
Oh shit.
So because they did a probation report on my cousin, and the whole guy fucked up the whole fucking thing, so they canceled it. So I don't know when it's gonna be again.
What do you mean? What do you mean your cousin fucked up the whole?
A pre-sentencing probation report they did on him.
A pre-sentencing probation report on your cousin, and what happened? It came out bad?
Yeah, something fucked up, and they did it like a month ago, so they got to redo it again.
And this affects all of them?
Yeah, because they're all in the same case, because they all got to be sentenced at the same time. You know?
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
And what happened with this Skivatz in the back? What is she doing now?
Back the other fucking night, she's getting fucking laid and moaning all over.
Oh,
Jesus! What? Shut the fuck up, man.
So you're saying that she's having sex and you can hear her moaning and groaning?
Yeah.
That's fucking animal.
Fucking cunt. You know, I mean, I had the whatever you call it yesterday, the real estate thing. The house is on the market.
Mills, that's allowed.
So she ain't out of here by the first. The cable's going off. The Wi-Fi is going off.
That's it. We start with the cable and Wi-Fi.
Yeah, that's it. And
you bore her to death. That's it. What are you gonna do with no five, no cable? That's it. You gotta go.
Yeah, exactly. All right, let me let you go. And thanks for hooking me up with Ron.
Yeah. I'll have Ron call you. Yeah. All right. And good luck with your cousin. I hope everything works out. All right.
All right. Thanks a lot.
All right. Thank you, Pasquale.
Bye-bye.
Salute,
Bye-bye.
brother. Salute.
Salute, bro. Bye.
Always a pleasure to hear from Pasquale and Gary. Huh? The Malazia brothers. Salute to them. We made a lot of new friends through this mob shit, right? I fucking love it. I love it. And we're growing every day. As long as I'm consistent with these morning shows, we're going to grow. That's all. As long as everybody starts getting used to that, we're going to go. And remember, go to, if you haven't already, please go to Team Ruckus Presents, the channel right here on the bottom of the banner. Team Ruckus Presents. Next week, I'm getting my computer back. We're going to connect this channel to be able to go live to this channel. Because at this channel, sometimes Saturday night, we want to go live. We want to play music. I'll take all requests, all kinds of music. I love all type of music, so don't feel like it just got to be hardcore hip-hop. I like everything. You know what I'm saying? I grew up like that. So, make sure you go to the Team Ruckus Presents channel and subscribe. All right? We're trying to get that channel growing. We got about 40 good people already subscribed to the channel. We go live here because this way the rest of the team can take advantage of the numbers. For example, Mills Lane's American Culture Topics. Once I get a banner from him, here's the thing. Mills Lane's, I need a banner for you. I need a banner for Clark Chiappi Roma. Did I say it right? Chiappi Roma. Salute from Rome. I mean, we got people in fucking Rome listening and reading the comments that Jay Cachet writes. You know what I'm saying? We're connected. We're all connected. It's beautiful. Jay says he's hating on someone's cheeks getting. D. Hollis says, watch Rich. Yeah, Mill's name, please. And that's the reason why we go live here. I want the rest of the team to be able to take advantage of the numbers a little bit. Therefore, American Culture Topics. Go check them out. Let's talk that shit. I mean, I know we don't play music, but I want everybody that may be interested in Let's Talk That Shit to come and Let's Talk That Shit. Eventually, when the other channel grows, and we have taken from this majority of people, more like-minded people like us that like the music, that like to smoke, that like to talk shit, that like to laugh and have a good time, come in and grow with us. That's the whole fucking idea. And it is going to work. It is going to work. There's no way it's not going to work. Because if you come in for the morning show and you enjoy the morning show, then you're one of us. like I like to say, the dysfunctionally normal. You understand what I'm saying? So that's what I wanted to do. Chris, good morning to you, my brother. What's popping? Chris, do you know anybody that has the coronavirus, sir? That's what we're trying to figure right now. Does anybody know anybody that has the coronavirus? I mean, besides Justice Tech Pros, who's by New Rochelle, without giving out enough, too much information, but he's by the that where they got the, the quarantine and and I guess the, the lockdown, but without being in jail. Let's see, Richie Clouds. I did get some smog. Nice, Sanjuro Yojimbo. I fucking love saying your name. Now that I know you're associated with the Ronin and Samurai, I love saying the name like that. Chris goes, hell no, but I got family on Shore Road in New Rochelle. There you go. So New Rochelle, I guess is, I'm assuming the, Little China, I guess, but without the numbers. But I guess that's where, I guess in New York there's a problem, right? Yeah, hopefully they stay safe. And again, monitor the old people with the bad lungs. That's who you got to take care of. The young kids with the asthma, that's who you got to take care of. For the rest of us, it's a fucking flu. You take your vitamin C, you get in a hot shower, you sweat it off, you get under some covers, you have some good sex. Sometimes they say sex is good for a flu. You have good sex and the adrenaline just eats the virus up. Do what you got to do. Chris goes, not sure. Road got people with money. Oh, okay. You think money's gonna? Well, money's always good to have in a time of crisis. You can't argue with that. But I'm glad to see that you're okay, Chris, and I'm glad to see you rocking with us this morning. You usually don't see Chris in the morning. Chris, what are you staying home, quarantine, or what's going on? That's funny. People ain't going to school. I mean, eventually, is this going to fuck people's pockets up? Are people going to be losing paper over this? I mean, because if you got to stay home and if you got to stay home from work, are you going to get paid to stay home? There's a lot of questions now. I was reading, it was kind of cool for people that do DoorDash and Uber and shit like that. They're actually giving assistance to people who drive that have kids that get the coronavirus and have to stay home. They'll give you some fucking economic assistance for the 2 weeks that you're down. That's pretty cool, but I haven't read the fine line. Do you got to pay it back? Or I don't know. Do they take it out from future earnings? They probably take it out from future earnings. No company's giving out free money. But still, it'll help. It'll help. And then you just work it off in the future. Chris said, waking and baking GMO cookies. Nice. I got to go, my brother. Salute Big Rich. Enjoy the day. Mike Toronto, salute to you. Hilco Bossman says, got to go. Salute to you. All good weekend. Salute to you, Hilco Bossman. Salute. And salute for everybody tuning in. I appreciate it. It's not easy doing a show by yourself. So, I try my best. I'm glad that we had enough information to keep the time going. And always still appreciate Mac J and Melquan always holding me down. Today was Cliff Bravo and Clark on the check-in. Everybody's pulling out. Sanjuro Yojimbo. Thank you, sir. I will... Thank you for wishing me well. Yeah, man. It doesn't hurt till tomorrow, and then tomorrow it starts fucking hurting. But being that it's on my lower calf, hopefully it won't hurt like my left leg. My left leg was on my upper thigh. So, besides that, we should be. Thank you for subbing to the new channel, if that's what you mean. Sanjuro, we appreciate it. Yeah, because sometimes we like to play music. We'll play some old school music. We'll play some good shit. We can't do that on this channel anymore. That's the thing. This is listen. This is the business channel, so we gotta have a party channel where we can just fucking turn up and go wild, do a fucking Hate in Your Blood. You guys don't know about Hate in Your Blood. We used to have this show called Hate in Your Blood, and I would open up the phone lines and let anybody call in and just get the hate out of their blood. If they got problems with their girl, their wife, their kids, their boss, their friends, instead of going home and beating your wife and your pets, your dogs, and your kid, you call us up, Hate in Your Blood. You get it out, you spew it out, you let it out. It only caught on for a couple of people who would just call in every fucking day, and it just got monotonous. But sometimes we had some classic Hate in Your Blood shows where there was arguments between people on the team, and we would just let that shit out. It was crazy. So, some good shows back in the days. Chris goes, sheesh, I'm just finding out about the new channel. Yeah. The Ruckus Circus shows were those were some classic shows. I mean, we were giving each other work. There was There was friendships that got broken down. It was like Macho Man and Hulk Hogan, and then fucking becoming enemies and shit. And it was just such epic internet bullshit. You know, trolls on top of trolls and going back. It like the first year and a half was fucking war. It was war every day with all these other podcasters because people were hating, and then, you know, we had such a big team, and then people started. It was fucking crazy. That first year and a half was crazy, but we did have some fucking funny shows though. We did. All right, salute to everybody. I'm 4 minutes over time. I got to get out of here. Everybody have a great weekend. We will talk Monday. Salute to everybody that called in. Mills Lane, thank you for your donation. Yeah, the rich and blockchain phone conversation. I was thinking the same thing. The blockchain. He owes me $5,000. Like, out of nowhere. Shit was crazy. Salute to everybody. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for checking into another episode of Waking Up with Ruckus. Friday morning, Corona virus freestyle. Little wordplay out there for those that get it. I know Mills gets it. And yeah, look out for some more mob stories coming out over the weekend. I think after I come home today, the pill that they give me, by the time I come home, I'm like fucking in outer space. So I gotta lie down because I'm not used to taking pills. I don't do pills or shit like that. I just smoke trees and stuff like that. So okay, a Polski honor from Poland checking in. Keenan Kong 85 from the streets of the ATL. Salute to you, sir. All right? Salute to you. I don't know what that means, DSGB, whatever, but yeah, okay. Always good to see Keenan Kong. I think Keenan Kong been giving us work since day one, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. So salute to everybody. Have a great weekend. It's Friday. Go have some fun. Enjoy your life. Don't get trapped behind your computers like certain lurkers and bum nobodies, right? Be well. We will talk Monday morning for another episode of Waking Up with Ruckus. Thank you so much. Salute to everybody and be well, all right? We'll talk soon. Salute.